Dream of Lucretia by Francois Ponsard. I dreamt I entered in a sacred temple amidst the crowd. It might be said that Rome pressed to this single spot to its last man, and that to give access to all this throng, the human wave that ever grew, the temple's walls went on enlarging still. Then unto Romulus, our common sire, to render him propitious to the land, the Quirinal Priest prepared to sacrifice. A chosen victim by the altar stood, its skin already strown with fluent salt. Wine from a vase was sprinkled on the front, where hair the base with formidable horns. And the priest uttered in his solemn voice a prayer, O God Quirinus, we entreat of these libations thine acceptance. Grant that Rome amongst the nations be supreme. He ceased, and silence reigned in the vast hall. Shivered in expectation every soul, when suddenly a strident voice was heard, at which the temple trembled as with fear. Far, far from me these offerings shall drink the blood of beasts, and long for human blood, the pure blood of a woman must be shed. Then shall your prayers be heard, and Rome be great. Thus spake the god, and in that very time vanished the victim in some way unknown, and on the altar I found myself stretched in his place, awaiting for the axe suspended. There I lay, with blanching cheek, paler and paler as the minutes passed, until a pillar opened, out there came a deadly serpent. Crawling and advanced, drawing along with legs its glittering rings, brought out their rich resplendence, moving slow and slower still, as certain of its prey. And nearer it rose, and my body frail coiled its chill slimy, almost frozen length. My hair stood up with fright, my flesh crept with the horror of that human clasp. My voice was strangled in my arid throat. I tried to fly, I could not even move. Fixed with wild terror and deep loathing, where spellbound and fascinated. Like an arm of flexile iron winding round and round, the hideous monster wrapped me in its folds, tightening his grip obdurate more and more, then raised his head, from whence the fiery tongue, keen as a glaive, like lightning darted forth. It fixed its eyes like torches on my eyes, it breathed upon my face and out it strange, and out of it whom. The fiery tongue, tasting and hard beforehand human blood, and over my frame still motionless and cold, meditating the deadly wound. Then came a rush of darkness, and I saw no more, nor felt aught. My torturer had fled, leaving a sword deep buried in my heart. And wonder knew rapid streaming drops, as from a wound fell down upon the stones gave birth, in falling, to battalions armed, more close than on the forest sea at corn, more numerous than the desert's endless hands, and all the combatants had an air superb, and carried forward in signs. Not the rods knotted together, but tall brazen pikes, surmounted with an eagle each of gold, that menaced south and east and west and north. At last I starting, woke and sat upright, full of my frightful dream, so full indeed that I believed I felt within my heart the sharp cold of a glaive, deep buried still.